Hey, how's it going? I'm Luke from King Cannons.
And I'm Jono from King Cannons.
Alright, so the King Cannons story is, you know, we got together in Auckland in the end of 2007, I think it was. A bunch of mates, and this was from the demise of my old band. You know, we got together and wanted to sort of start doing something new, something that's going to kind of break out of boxes and boundaries, as our drummer Josh Matthews would like to say. And with the plan to kind of get out of New Zealand, because we got quite sick of doing the same thing all the time here, so we figured that we want to try to reach a global audience. Started playing some gigs in 2008 for like 5 months. Got enough money together and half of us started migrating over to London, England. Yeah, that was interesting. We landed there and like set up and, you know, got a jam room and got the ball rolling over there, only to find out towards the end of 2008 that a couple of the guys had visa problems and actually got denied their visas and couldn't make it over there. So we threw some more money and time down a black hole and didn't hear it hit the bottom. And Plan C was formed, and we all moved to Melbourne in early 2009, and we all lived in the same house in Brunswick West and jammed every night, and yeah, just been kicking ass since then, pretty much. That's the story to how we got to here in the brief form. They say that the definition of insanity is repeating the same process and expecting a different result. And you know, in the past, in bands that we'd all been in Auckland, we just felt like we were kind of, you know, repeating the same process, preaching to the converted, playing the same 2 venues, you know, every second weekend to the same people. And when you're involved in a scene, and for us, for our old groups, it was punk and it was hardcore. There was a lot of restrictions in that, and you know, we really wanted to try and completely shatter that. And we think by going to a new territory and changing our mindset, changing how things work, you know.
Just changing your surroundings and encompassing, you know, trying to really just change everything about it and start something afresh almost. It was just really good for us. So.
Yeah, it's an important transformation for me personally to do something completely new and different, because along with your physical transformation and stuff, and it comes out in the music and the way that you think, you know, you become less angry and you become more open and, you know, more naturally creative and less stuck in a box where like you make this kind of music and that's the kind of music that you make, and if you defer from that, then you're a dick, you know what I mean? It's like you want to just have the ability to just kind of create
the freedom
and just have the freedom to do it, you know.
Do what you want and play what you want to play and write what you want to write and talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. In King Cannons, we always try and tell it like it is, and most of us kind of grew up, you know, small town New Zealand or small town Australia where there's not much going on. You know, a lot of people work blue collar jobs, and it's kind of, you know, the scenery's nice, but the nightlife's a bit dull, you know what I mean? The cultural side of things with mixed bags of people and different experiences is pretty little, you know? So we always try and, you know, remember that place when we're writing songs, and, you know, people, I've lost my train of thought here.
Well, I mean, we are pretty much, like, we hold down full-time jobs. We, you know, we juggle everything under the sun every day, pressed for time, you know. But, and we like to see it come through in the music. There's nothing, you know, that we're lying about, that's for sure. Very honest.
Yeah, well, we just,
in your lyrics.
We just tell stories of where we're from, what we do, you know, what our families have done, you know, and that's just, it's just the way it is. We don't bullshit in any of our music, and you know, we think that people that listen to that in the same situations in the little towns and the shitty jobs and stuff can relate to that, you know. So it's just telling it like it is. You know, we're not ones to wallow in self-pity or anything here and go, oh, you know, let's all have a big cry because we never, you know, had everything handed to us on a plate, or, you know, we're not from some fancy place in Parnell or whatever the hell. You know, we're not going to have a cry about that. All we're saying is that no matter where you're from, what your upbringing, what your anything is that you can get through anything if you put your mind to it. You know, it all just comes down to the way that you think. And that's something that we sing about as well. You know, it's like, yes, this is hard, yes, this is shit, but you know, it's going to be all right, kind of thing. And there's a lot of grim things about the world. I understand that, but you know, it's a pretty sad state of affairs if that's all you want to focus on. It's not going to be you're not really going to enjoy your time very much, are you? You know, so yeah, it pays to think good about things.
So this, the 5-track EP is basically the best of our back catalogue. We've had about 4 of these songs floating around since we started in 2007 here in Auckland.
Good artwork.
Good artwork. The cover was taken by our good friend Nicole Reed, and it's actually a reflection of a tiger in the water, so it just turned out pretty cool. That's actually how it goes.
Oh, is that the tiger?
There,
yeah,
that's the tiger, and that's the reflection of it. So pretty rad. Very cool. But that's it. I mean, this year we've been working on new music and getting ready for an album.
Very big, long, good album, hopefully. Yeah, since the start of this year, I've been stuck in a little tiny room in my house all summer, just like churning out new material. And yeah, we spent the last couple of months as a band putting all that new material together. And I think we've got somewhere around 40 to 50 new songs that we've got to whittle down to a to an album length, and so you know it's a pretty hard job. There's more stuff that we want to put on there than we want to take off, and that's a good problem to have. And you know we're looking for release of that 3/4 of the way through this year. So what will that be like? October maybe?
Yeah.
Around about that. It's you know it's not on paper yet, but it's definitely coming around that time. So very exciting for us.
Really coming along.
Yeah.
Are you going to head back to New Zealand to tour that as well?
Oh,
yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. I reckon at the end of the year, and hopefully, you know, a few festivals and whatnot as well if we're lucky. All right, so this is the end of this very entertaining interview that you've managed to sit through. Thank you very much for watching.
Cheers.
This is Jono. I'm Luke. We're King Cannons. Well, there's more of us, but like 2 of us are actually King Cannons here. You know. If you can buy a copy of that, you're helping us. You can get it online, you can get it in the shops. Come to some gigs, and you know, hopefully you'll enjoy yourself. Thank you. Cheers.
Right.
See ya.